Namaskar and good evening everyone. My name is Monica, as all of you know, and this is my husband Sanju, and this is Isha, Yuvika's younger sister. We welcome all of you to Yuvika's Bharatanatyam Arangetram, solo dance debut, which is a big milestone in her life. We are so happy to see that we have a house full today, and everyone has come from near and far to bless her on this auspicious occasion. This means a lot to Yuvika and to our family. Arangetram. Arang means stage and Atram means getting onto stage. These two Tamil words combine to form Arangetram. So Arangetram is the first step in a dancer's performance career, a very important milestone in showcasing the culmination of many, many years of rigorous dance training. And Yuvika has worked tirelessly to make this day happen. And she is looking forward to performing in front of you today. There are many things we love to do, but the one thing that tops the list is being amidst musicians and dancers, sharing the space with like-minded people who have a passion for performing arts. I firmly believe that this type of satsang or congregation will bring forth positive energy and good vibrations. And we don't have to tell our kids what is right and what is wrong. We don't have to tell them how to be in their lives. They will automatically learn life's rich values in this beautiful space. So with the Lord's blessings and all of your positive and good vibrations filling in this space, I'd like to begin by saying how happy I am to be here to enjoy an evening of wonderful music and dance. And most importantly, to join you in applauding the efforts of a young dancer, our daughter, waiting her dream come true on the stage today. Now we have Isha. She's going to go over some of the housekeeping rules.
Thank you. Before my sister starts, we would like to remind you of some housekeeping rules. 1. There is no food or drinks allowed inside the theater. Don't be that one person who tries to sneak food in the theater. Trust me, I pulled that stunt many times. It always ends up in dirty looks. 2. Please refrain from any flash photography or video recording. I really appreciate the people who secretly film Yuvi out of love and care for her, but seriously, we have a videographer who will capture this performance in HD, and that's way better than the pixels of your phone. 3. We would also like to remind you to turn off your cell phones or put them to vibrate mode. God knows what would happen if Yuvi heard the Drake ringtone. We also request you to take any restless children outside the auditorium in order to experience an enjoyable performance for everyone. Trust me, my parents and I know what restless children look like. They raise to themselves. Exit doors are located in the back of the theater. When leaving the auditorium, be careful and move calmly. The food is not going anywhere. In case of an emergency, additional exit doors are located at the sides. The whole performance will be around 2 hours, consisting of 7 pieces. There will be an intermission of around 20 minutes after 3 pieces, and refreshments will be served. Without further ado, I would like to invite Yuvika on stage to begin our journey for tonight, and please stand by to witness a lifetime of a performance. Thank you and enjoy the show.
गं गणपतये नमः। गं गणपतये नमः। गं गणपतये नमः। जय शुद्ध पुरीवासा जय शुद्ध पुरीवासा जय महाज्ञान सभेश जय गज संहारेश जय कृत्तिवासेश जय शुद्ध पुरीवासा जय महाज्ञान सभेश जय गज संहारेश जय कृत्तिवासेश जय जय श्री कृत्तिवासेश्वरर्க்கு जय मंगलम श्री कृत्तिवासेश्वरर्க்கு जय मंगलम श्री बालांगु अंबिகைக்கு श्री बालांगु अंबिகைக்கு नित्य मंगलम पंचब्रह्म तीर्थकर्तருக்கு नित्य मंगलम पंचब्रह्म तीर्थकर्तருக்கு नित्य मंगलम भक्त स्वामी नादருக்கு भक्त स्वामी नादருக்கு कृपை செய்ய நிत्य मंगलम श्री कृत्तिवासेश्वरருக்கு जय मंगलम वक्रतुंड महाकाय कोटि सूर्य समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
Namaskaram. Good evening and welcome to Yuvika's Arangetram. My name is Ramya Harishankar, and I understand there are several members of the audience who are probably attending a Bharatanatyam concert for the first time and possibly and hence an Arangetram for the first time. Monica has requested me to give a brief introduction into the history of the form and the practice. In fact, it dates back not the form itself, but all the arts, dance forms, plastic arts like sculpture, painting, theatre arts, music, have their roots in the Natya Shastra, which is a treatise on dramaturgy, dated 2nd century BC, believed to have been written by sage Bharata, and in more recent years there is a theory that it was not just him, but a group of scholars and sages who codified these laws for theatre arts in Kashmir. And all of the forms in India can be studied in its light. In fact, I believe all the forms in the world, because after all, a human body is the same, whatever color, size and shape it may be. The Natya Shastra is so extensive and expansive, it details everything from the movements, possible movements, psychological states, the colors, the stage, how a stage should look, how perfect attributes of a dancer, and even so of an audience, called Sahridaya, or those that are with you in heart. And I'm sure we have an audience who are with you, Yuvika, this evening. A form called Sadir came into being around the 15th century, which is the ancestor of Bharatanatyam. Sadir was performed exclusively by a community of Devadasis. They were artists generation to generation. sharing this tradition through oral and visual medium. And the form that we see today, Bharatanatyam, probably dates less than 100 years in the early part of the 20th century. And it is a living tradition, meaning that it evolves. It is not static, it is not set in a particular way. And even within my lifetime, I have seen the changes. And even within the years that I have spent here, the 3 decades teaching, you can see the changes that happen in the form. But sometimes they're so subtle that one doesn't notice them. So Yuvika will now continue with the second piece in the repertoire of Bharatanatyam. It is called the Jatiswaram. And what she did initially was a prayer, which is a prayer offered to the divine energy around her and around the space, requesting for the success of this evening's performance. And the next piece, Jatiswaram, really explores pure dance or dance, rhythmic dance, where the intention is not to tell a story or to share any particular emotion, but to explore the variety of rhythmic and cross-rhythmic patterns and the movements possible to the singing of a particular song in a particular scale and particular rhythmic cycle. The scale is called Kalyani, quite a popular raga, and in a cycle of 8 beats called Adi Talam, which again is a popular rhythmic cycle in all kinds of music, Jatiswaram.
தை தத்ததா தத்தை தை தத்ததா தை தத்ததா த பமக மா பதனி சா ni sa ri sa ni da pa da ni da pa ma ga pa pa da ni sa ri sa ni ga ri sa ni pa da ni sa ri sa ni da pa ma ga ma pa da ni sa ri sa ni ga ri sa ni pa da ni sa ri sa ni da pa ma ga ma pa da ni sa பதனி சா ni sa ri sa ni da மதனி da pa ma ga ma பதனி ta தை தத்ததா தத்தை தை தத்ததா தை தத்ததா dani da da pa ma ga re ga ma pa ni da pa re ga ma pa da dani da da pa ma ga re ga ma pa da ga ma pa ni da ga re ga ma pa ga ma pa da ni da pa ma ga re ga ma pa re ga ma pa da ni da sa ni da re sa ni da pa da ni sa ni da pa da ni da pa ma ga ma pa da ni sa தை தத்ததா தத்தை தை தத்ததா தை தத்ததா சா சா ni ni da da pa pa ma ga ma pa ni da pa ma pa da ni sa sa ni re sa ni da re re da ga re sa ni da re sa ni da pa ma ga ma pa ni da sa sa ni re sa ni da ni re da ga re sa ni da re sa ni da pa ma ga ma pa ni da gani sa ri ga ri sa ni ga ri sa ni da pa ma ga ma pa da ni sa ni sa ri sa ni da pa da ni da pa ma ga ma pa da ni sa da pa ma ga ma pa da ni re da pa ma ga ma pa da ni sa
In the repertoire of Bharatanatyam, each piece has its own characteristics. The Pushpanjali, the Jataswaram, the Varnam, and so on. And it is not just dance to music and rhythm, but it also interprets mythology and explores psychological states and mundane relationships at times. So it is very literature based, and hence Bharatanatyam has a large treasure trove of compositions in thousands, ranging in age from the contemporary all the way to the 8th century, that can be used to interpret through the language of dance. As I mentioned a little while ago, it is not just movement to rhythm and music, but also the interpretation of the words or the verses being sung. And that aspect of the form is called abhinaya, or interpretive dance, where the dancer uses her entire body, symbolic gestures, facial expression, the gait, the stance, and really from the soul, from the heart, in an authentic way, interprets the words. Yuvika now comes to the Varnam, which is the centerpiece of a Bharatanatyam performance. It combines all of the elements of the dance form. This particular piece, Varnam, is dedicated to Lord Rama. And the poet addresses Rama and says, "You are the only one to protect me, O Rama." Here, the story of his birth is interpreted. King Dasharatha had 3 wives, but no children. So he conducted a yajna, or a sacrifice, out of which came a pot of nectar, which he distributed amongst his wives, one for Kausalya, one for his favorite Kaikeyi, and the 2 other portions to Sumitra. 4 sons were born to them: Rama, Bharata, and the twins Lakshmana and Shatrughna. In Indian aesthetics, Cupid is considered the standard for beauty. The poet says to Rama, "You are even more handsome than Cupid, with a face as bright as the moon, a full moon, beautiful lotus-like eyes, and soft lotus feet." And goes on to say, "Why should I seek the help or beg of mere mortals when I have you, the immortal?" The second half of the Varnam depicts various episodes from the epic Ramayana. As a young man, Rama killed demon Tataka and saved the sacrifice or the yajna of the sages. He released Ahalya from the curse. He married Sita by breaking the giant bow. He went into exile in the forest, where he killed the demon, 10-headed demon, Ravana, saved his wife, Sita, brought her back to Saketa, where he was crowned king. So the choreographer in any composition becomes an author interpreting and improvising on a single verse. And here we take a single verse, Ni Sati Devamu Leni Dharalo. Ni Sati, like you. Ni Sati, like you. Devamu, Lord. Leni, there isn't. Dharalo, in this world. That can also be interpreted as, I looked everywhere but could not find anybody to equal you in beauty, in valor, in compassion, comparable to you. There is none. Vadnam.
Rama Nive Rakshakudu Rama Rama Nive Narakshakudu Nammi nanu Rama Nive Narakshakudu Nammi nanu Rama Nive Narakshakudu
Dhalang kutakati kutakata dikita tomta jam takka jam ta kunta jam ta kunta jam ta din takka ta jam takka jam takunta jam takunta jam ta din takka ta jam takka jam takunta jam takunta jam ta din takka ta jam takka jam takunta jam takunta jam ta din takka ta jam takka jam takunta jam takunta jam ta din takka ta jam takka jam takunta jam takunta jam ta din takka ta jam takka jam takunta jam takunta jam ta din takka ta jam takka jam sari kitta takka jam takkanam sari kitta takka jam takundari kitta takka jam takkanam takundari kitta takka tadin takka tadimi takka tunu takka tadimi takka tadin takka tadimi takka jonu takka tadimi takka tadin takka dhana takka jonu takka dimi takka takka diko tadikita tum dit takka diko tadikita tum tadit takka diko tadikita tum tadin takka tadimi takka jonu takka tadimi takka tadin takka tadimi takka jonu takka tadimi takka tadin takka dhana takka jonu takka dimi takka takka diko tadikita tum dit takka diko tadikita tum tadit takka diko tadikita tum tadin takka tadimi takka jonu takka tadimi takka tadin takka tadimi takka jonu takka tadimi takka tadin takka dhana takka jonu takka dimi takka takka diko tadikita tum dit takka diko tadikita tum tadit takka diko tadikita tum
Narakshakudavani nammi nanu Rama Nive Narakshakudu Rama Nive Narakshakudu
కుతకతి కుతకతది కిటకం తా తరిత ధన్న ధన్నత కిట తక్కతా ధన్నత జొన్ను జొన్ను తక్కిట తక్కతా తరిత ధన ధనత కిట తక్కతా ధనత జొన్ను జొన్నుత కిట తక్కతా తరిత ధన ధనత కిట తక్కతా ధనత జొన్ను జొన్నుత కిట తక్కతా ధన్నా జొన్నుత ధన్నా ఇమ్మి తత్తరి తద్ధన్న తజ్జొన్ను తద్దిమ్మి తద్దనా జొను తద్దనా దిమిత తతరి తదన తజొను తద్దనా జొను తద్దనా దిమిత తతరి తదన తజొను తత్తరి తదన తక దిమిత జొను దెత్తా 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 తొక్కడు తొంతా తత్తరి తదన తక దిమిత జొను దెత్తా 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 తొక్కడు తొం తరి తదన తక దిమిత జొను దెత్తా 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 తక్కడతం
నీవే నారక్షకుడవని నమ్మినాను కామకోటి సుందరా పాలించు శ్రీకామకోటి 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 సుందరా
కుతకతి కుతకతది కిటకం తత్తగత్తి దిన్ తత్తగత్తి దిన్ గదెత్తన జును తాకతి కిటతక తాతాతి తాతాతి తాతారి తకుందరి కిటతక తత్తగత్తి దిన్ తత్తగత్తి దిన్ గదెత్తన జును తాకతి కిటతక తాతాతి 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 తకుందరి కిటతక తరి తధనత ధనత్త జొనుత జొనుత్త దిమిత దిమిత్త కిటత తరిత్త ధన ధనత్త జొను జొను తదిమి దిమిత్త కిట తిత్త తద్దెత్త తకుందక కృతి కృతం దెత్త తద్దెత్త తకుందక కృతి కృతం దెత్త తద్దెత్త తకుందక కృతి కృతం
నీవే నారక్షకుడవని నమ్మినాను కామకోటి సుందరా పాలించు శ్రీ పామర జనులం చేరలేని చోము పరుల వేడలేను కమలనాభ దాస గృహరి వందిత యుమణి వంశ జలధి సోమా పామర జనుల చేరలేను చోను పరుల వేడలేను కమలనాభదాస గృహరి వందిత యుమణి వంశ జలధి సోమా పామరే జనుల కేవలేను సోను పరుల కమలనాభదాస గృహరి వందిత యుమణి వంశ జలధి కమలనాభ దాస గృహరి వందిత జోమణి వంశ జలధి సోమా గని గద పమ రిగరి గమ గరి హరి గమా రఘుకులమునను పుట్టి సీతమ్మను చేపట్టి శ్రీవర రఘుకులమునను పుట్టి సీతమ్మను చేపట్టి దేవరి పుని శరదులదగ కొట్టి హరాభారమునటుంచి అట్టి శ్రీవర రఘుకులమునను పుట్టి సీతమ్మను చేపట్టి దేవరి పుని శరములదగ కొట్టి హరాభారము నటుంచిన రక్షకుడవని మీనాను రామా నీవే నా రక్షకుడు సాటి దైవములేని ధరలో సాటి దైవము లేని ధరలు సాటి
ధనం కుతకతి కుతకతది కిటతం తాం తద్దిత్తాం తద్దిత్తాం దిత్తాం తాం కిటకటం తాం కిటకటం తాం కిటకటం
సాటి దైవము లేని ధరలు 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 पुत्रकालोकाधार कौसल्या सत्पुत्रकालोकाधार ధరలు గాది పసుతుని వెంట జనుచు తాటక కూల్చి యజ్ఞమును కాపాడిన గాది పసుతుని వెంట జనుచు తాటక కూల్చి యజ్ఞమును కాపాడిన గౌతముని సతిని గత కలుగజేసి గజగమన జనకపురికి చని శివుని విల్లు విరచి పుడమి సుతకు పతి అయి విజయ రాఘవుడను చూపేరుకొనిన గౌతముని సతిని గత కలుగజేసి గజగమన జనకపురికి చని శివుని విల్లు విరచి పుడమి సుతకు పతి అయి విజయ రాఘవుడను చూపేరుకొనిన దైవమూలేని దాని దపమ పాదాని తని దపాదాని దపమ పదాని సని పదాని 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 దైవమూలేని ధరలు దాశరథి సౌమిత్రి భరత శత్రుఘ్నయుతుడవై పాణిగ్రహణ మహోత్సవముతో పురంబు వెడల సుకరంబున భార్గవు గర్వమడచిన దాశరథి సౌమిత్రి భరత శత్రుఘ్నయుతుడవై పాణిగ్రహణ మహోత్సవముతో పురంబు వెడల సుకరంబున భార్గవు గర్వమడచిన రఘుకుల పితృవచనమున ఈ దినమునకు వెదచని సురరిపుని గెలిచి మునివరులగాచి సుగ్రీవునకు రాజ్యమునొసగి విభీషణుని రక్షించి జలధిని దాటి రావణు గొట్టి యావల సీతను కొని పవనజాదులతో రాకేతపురిని అభిషిక్తుడైన శ్రీ రఘుకుల పితృవచనమున దినమునకు వెదచని సురరిపుని గెలిచి మునివరులగాచి రాజ్యమునొసగి విభీషణుని రక్షించి జలధిని దాటి రావణు గొట్టి యావల సీతను కొని పవనజాదులతో సాకేతపురిని అభిషిక్తుడైనని సాటి దైవములేని ధరలోని సాటి దైవములేని ధరలో సాటి దైవములేని ధరలో రామ రామ రామ
After this strenuous and physically, mentally, and emotionally demanding Varnam, a Bharatanatyam dancer usually performs a couple of interpretive dances, giving everybody a little respite. When I choose the pieces for the Arangetram for each child, we pick pieces that may be meaningful to them or to the audiences that will attend their Arangetram. And Bharatanatyam being such a versatile and inclusive dance form, it is quite easy to do that. Yuvika will now perform a bhajan by Sant Surdas, who was a blind poet, a great devotee of Krishna, and visualized in his mind's eye the many antics of young Krishna. In this composition, Krishna says, "I did not steal any butter, O mother. I did not. At sunrise, I went into the meadows after the cows." They belong to the cowherd community. "At noon, I played on my flute. And now that the sun has set, I have come straight home. When did I have the time to steal butter? Look, I'm such a small boy. Even my arms are tiny. It's not me, it's the other boys in the village who have purposely smeared butter on my face. Oh mother, why are you so naive? Why do you listen and believe the words of all these people? I think you're a bit partial because I'm the son of another. Here, take your staff and your shawl. I'm not going to dance to your tunes anymore." Surda says, Mother Yashoda, watching her little son, is overwhelmed. She embraces him and takes him home, offering more butter. मैया मोरी।
मैया मोरी मैं नहीं माखन खायो, मैया मोरी कसम तोरी मैं नहीं माखन खायो, मैया मोरी 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 मैं नहीं माखन खायो। भोर भयो गैयन के पाछे मधुबन मोहे पटायो, चार प्रहर बंसी भट भट क्यों साँझ परे घर आयो, आयो रे मैया। भोर भयो गैयन के पाछे मधुबन मोहे पठायो, चार प्रहर बंसी भट भट क्यों सांझ परे घर आयो, आयो रे मैया मैं नहीं माखन खायो, मैया मोरी मैं नहीं माखन खायो। मैं बालक बैयन को छोटो चीको किसी विधि पायो, मैं बालक बैयन को छोटो चीको किसी विधि पायो, बाल बाल सब बैर परे बरबस मुख लिपटायो, मैया मोरी ग्वाल बाल सब बैर परे बरबस मुख लिपटायो, मैया मोरी मैं नहीं माखन खायो, मैया मोरी मैं नहीं माखन खायो। तू जननी मन की अति भोली इनके कहे पतितायो, जिया तेरे कछु भेद उपजी है जान परायो, जानो जानो रे मैया। तू जननी मन की अति भोली इनके कहे पतितायो, जिया तेरे कछु भेद उपजी है जान परायो, जानो जानो रे मैया मैं नहीं माखन खायो। ये ले अपनी लपुट कमलिया बहुत ही नाच नचायो, ये ले अपनी लपुट कमलिया बहुत ही नाच नचायो। सूरदास तब भी हंस जशोदा ले कंठ लगायो, सूरदास तब भी हंस जशोदा ले कंठ लगायो,
Next, we present another composition in Hindi, but this time written by a poet from the south, Maharaja Sri Swati Tirunal of this kingdom of Travancore, what we all probably know better as Trivandrum, in the southern tip. He has been credited with numerous compositions and written in different languages, Sanskrit, Telugu, Malayalam of course, and a few in Hindi as well. This composition of Swati Tirunal describes the beautiful cosmic dance of Nataraja at the painted halls of Chitra Sabha in the south. Nataraja, who is the dancing form of Shiva, has a body smeared with ash. He has 3 eyes and wears a garland of skulls. The poet says, Jananana Janana Jana Gunguru Baje. As his bell sounds, making the sound of Jananana, he dances, and the gods from the heavens descend to witness this beautiful dance. In the next verse, he says, Koti bhanu jaake dekh ko laje. As they watch his dance, even the sun would be, 1,000,000 suns would be embarrassed by his glow. Shankara Shri Giri.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shankara Shri Girinath Prabhu. Shankara Shri Girinath Prabhu. Shankara Shri Girinath Prabhu. Nritte virajita chitra sabha mein. Shankara Shri Girinath Prabhu ke nritte virajita chitra sabha mein. Shankara Shri Girinath Prabhu ke nritte virajita chitra sabha mein. Shankara Shri Girinath Prabhu ke nritte virajita chitra sabha mein. Shankara Shri Girinath Prabhu. Prabhu. Bhasma Trine गले रुंड माला भस्म त्रिनेत्र गले रुंड माला भस्म त्रिनेत्र गले रुंड माला भस्म त्रिनेत्र गले रुंड माला भूतन के संग नाचत भृंगी भूतन के संग नाचत भृंगी शंकर श्री प्रभु के नृत्य विराजित चित्र सभा में शंकर श्री गिरिनाथ प्रभु प्रभु झनन झन घुंगरू बाजे झनन झनन झन घुंगरू बाजे झनन झनन झन घुंगरू बाजे झनन झनन झन घुंगरू बाजे देव मुनि सब गगन विराजे झनन झनन झन घुंगरू बाजे देव मुनि सब गगन विराजे शंकर श्री गिरिनाथ प्रभु के नृत्य विराजित चित्र सभा में शंकर श्री गिरिनाथ प्रभु तधीम 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 द्रुन बाजे तधीम 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 द्रुन बाजे कोटि भान जाको देख के लाजे तधीम 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 द्रुन बाजे कोटि भान जाको देख के लाजे तातई दचित तक श्रुति गति राजे पदुमनाभ मन कवल विराजे तातई दचित तक श्रुति गति राजे पदुमनाभ मन कवल विराजे शंकर श्री गिरिनाथ प्रभु के नृत्य विराजित चित्र सभा में शंकर श्री गिरिनाथ प्रभु गिरिनाथ प्रभु गिरिनाथ प्रभु प्रभु प्रभु
Today, my dreams know no bounds, as what I had dreamt of came true through my daughter. I always wanted to be a classical dancer and perform on stage, and today that dream is fulfilled through her. Yuvi has always been a hardworking perseverer who never gives up on her dreams and goals. 9 years ago, when Yuvika first set foot in the Arpana Dance Company studio, her life changed. She has learned through her 9 years of dance training that a dancer commits to her work and should never stop. Throughout these 9 years, Yuvika has learned so much through this art form, and I'm sure she will take that forward under the guidance of her gurus, reach new heights, and give it back to the community what she has learned from. It gives me immense joy to see how much my little girl has blossomed into a beautiful dancer. This Arangetram journey has been a beautiful journey for our entire family. Initially, we were a little hesitant if Yuvika could do it, but her determination and perseverance made us move forward with the decision, and here we are. Thank you. It was a lot of hard work, dedication, many hours of rehearsals and practices, and she made sure she took out time for all that along with her busy high school schedule. We are all so proud of her. Yuvika and her grandparents share a very special bond. She has spent more time with them than her own parents. She was with them in India for quite some time when she was just 4 months old. Her grandpa, Nanu, as she calls him, would like to come up on stage and share a few words about Yuvi.
Namaskar and welcome to my granddaughter Yuvika's Arangetram. Initially, after watching her first performance, I got emotional. Anyway, I hope you have had a great time so far. I have seen Yuvika grow from a little baby to a young wise lady. And we also had a chance to take her to India when she was 5 months old. We got her back home after 7-8 months of stay in India. During these months, she gave us the place of her parents and not the grandparents. That's the purest love I have ever felt in my lifetime. Even today, she still considers me as her father and not her grandfather. By treating me with the utmost respect, any grandfather has yet to be seen. Yuvika has dedicated past 9 years of her age to this divine art form and will continue to. I cannot be more proud on her dedication towards Bharatanatyam. As she passed through many stages in her life, so did her dance. This truly is a great accomplishment for Yuvika, as well as other art and extracurriculars. The way Yuvika juggles her school, family, friends, and dance is impeccable. In my opinion, she is an amazing girl who balances her life and makes sure that she cares for everyone around her. Yuvika is a big risk taker and strives to reach for any open opportunities and works her way to perfection. Her Arangetram today is a major milestone in her life, and I couldn't be prouder of her. I know everyone here is also very proud of her accomplishment, and Yuvi, we all wish you many amazing wishes in the year to come. My dear darling granddaughter, I love you. I wish you with the best of luck with the rest of your life. May you continue your successful journey in Bharatanatyam, and may you always break every barrier that comes your way. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your performance. Thank you.
Thank you, Dad. Yeah, they have a very special bond. So next up, I have Yuvi's very special cousin, Yashna. She shares a very special bond with Yashna, whom she calls her twin, as they were born just 4 days apart. They are inseparable souls. She has been there with her during all her rehearsals. She flew all the way from Boston and made sure that she comes to all the rehearsals with Yuvika and would always cheer her whenever Yuvi felt nervous. So let's hear it for Yashna.
Namaskar, everyone. My name is Yashna, and I'm Yuvika's cousin from Boston, Massachusetts. Yuvika and I call ourselves twins, even though we live on opposite sides of the United States. When we're together, we're very loud, silly, and have the occasional roast battle. Basically, every parent's nightmare. So when she asked me to write a speech for her, I was very nervous. I mean, I had to write a speech and say good things about her? That seemed pretty tough.
One of Yuvika and my personal favorite memories is us singing. We can burst out into a song anytime, anywhere, and not be embarrassed. We're never too shy to sing loud and usually enter the house singing loudly and making complete fools of ourselves. One of the things I love to do, even though Yuvika hates it, is embarrass her. We can be in the car or at the pizza place, and I will never fail to embarrass her. Little things like saying, Yuvika Salman, why does it smell so bad in here, in the car really loudly, or embarrassing her at school by yelling, Yuvika Salman, oh my God, is that you? So that everyone turns to look at her are the best. One thing that you might notice is that Yuvika is the biggest scaredy cat I know. In December, we went to Mexico and started playing hide and seek in our room. Suddenly, the lights started flickering on and off, and all of us ran out of the room, yelling and screaming. We ran far away from the hotel building with Yuvika leading us. When we stopped running, we looked up and had no clue where we were. Yuvika, being the scaredy cat she is, was freaking out, and by that time she had lost her cool. During the same trip to Mexico, Yuvika also committed a felony. Yep, the sweet, innocent Yuvika you knew is gone. Well, let me explain. The four of us, Yuvika, Isha, my sister Dia, and I, were just calmly eating ice cream in the resort's restaurant. Then, at the same time, Yuvika and I got a text from our parents. Both our parents told us to get some water bottles. So the four of us went to the marketplace and took 4 water bottles each. Laughing the whole way out of the building, everyone was staring at us. We took a golf cart up to our building and we got weird looks from the driver. As if 16 water bottles wasn't enough, we shamelessly went back to get more. We called it our water bottle army. We probably made about 3 or 4 trips with our hands full of water bottles, laughing and giggling the long ride to our building. The 5th time around, a man stopped us and said we had to pay for all the water bottles. As soon as we heard that, we put the water bottles back and ran all the way back to the building. It's safe to say we burned a lot of calories that night. In all seriousness, in addition to being loud and silly, Yuvika is also incredibly determined, focused, and of course talented. I've been going to her dance rehearsals this week and I'm very impressed. To have that much concentration and energy to carry out a great performance like this is really incredible. I also went to her NJ Rotsi tryouts and she had all her moves memorized and carried them out precisely. I want to end with something I read online about cousins. God made us cousins because he knew our mothers couldn't handle us as sisters. I'm lucky to not only call Yuvika my cousin, but also my long-distance best friend. Thank you.
Thanks, Yashra. That was really touching. Next, we have Yuvi's younger sister, Isha, without whose relaxing massages Yuvi wouldn't have been feeling so energized. She has been there to cheer up Yuvi all the time and keeping her upbeat. Let's hear it for the rock star sister, Isha.
First of all, can we have a great round of applause for Yuvika? That was amazing. It takes a lot of courage and practice to do that. Wow. I'm Yuvika's younger sister, Isha. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you're having a great time so far and enjoying the performance. Bharatanatyam is a very touching dance that requires elegance, expressions, and a bunch of hard work. Yuvika, my sister, has expressed these through her 9 years of journey. 9 years. That's a lot. She has worked tremendously hard to have this moment. Bharatanatyam is not only about how well the dancer can dance, it's about how well they can tell the story of the gods through many poses and expressions. Just like the many gods have many layers, my sister, too, does have many layers. There's her happy side, like whenever she gets boba or whenever she gets to hang out with her friends. There's her sad side, like whenever she posts something on Instagram and her tagged friends don't like the post. Or whenever I got lost at any place, so basically all the time. There's her disgusted side, like whenever she's forced to eat mushrooms or when I'm forced to sleep in her room late at night when she's trying to finish her homework and her studying. There's her mad side, whenever someone tells her to wake up, especially for a school-related occasion. Or when she's forced to redo her hair over and over and over again. She has many beautiful layers too. Her graceful side, which brought her to this moment. Her graceful side also includes the way she moonwalks on her wooden hallway in her socks. Her beautiful side, including her inner beauty and her MAC highlighters. Her generous side, whenever she allows me to sleep next to her at night without throwing a temper tantrum. There's her giving side. She gave me the peace of sleep. She also gave me a proud life to call her my sister. With Yuvika's many layers, there are many stories that I recall. I remember various stories very clearly about Yuvika crying because I would get lost. Our family used to live in Anaheim, so we would go to Disneyland occasionally. Whenever we had to leave the park, I would always get lost. Yuvika would always be the one crying out of her love and care for me. I, on the other hand, would probably be in the most epic part of Disneyland, the food court. That's why, till this date, I can go out with my parents, even if I walk an inch behind them, my sister will start to get worried and probably think I'm lost. Especially one time we traveled to Singapore. Yuvi and I were riding on a horse. Yuvi was clutching onto me so that I didn't fall down. Of course, I was enjoying the ride, knowing that I didn't have to wear any of the necessary safety equipment needed for a 2-year-old. This is one of the many reasons I love Yuvi. She loves me so much and gets worried for me, so worried that she one time almost called the police. All jokes apart, Yuvi is the best sister ever. Our secrets do keep us close, unlike Allison and PLL. I remember one day about a month ago, me and Yuvi were having your typical argument about the last cookie when a beloved photo frame of our mother and father fell at the bottom of the stairs and broke. Yuvi and I stared blankly at each other and then started to proceed with fixing the problem. If you've been to our house, you know that the photo frames on the stairs are deeply treasured. Anyways, we spent the next hour supergluing the photo frame together, and nobody who has ever come to our house has never even noticed that our perfect picture frame was once broken. Also, Mama and Daddy, this is the first time you're hearing about this, so surprise! One thing I vividly remember about grade school was Spanish. In my school, it's required to take Spanish starting in 6th grade year. So when Yuvi was in 6th grade, I was in 3rd grade. I remember she used to practice on this app called Duolingo, which was an app to help practicing Spanish. And I used to always copy Yuvi and also learn some Spanish on Duolingo. After getting bored on Duolingo, after a couple of weeks, we started watching Netflix instead of practicing our Spanish. I remember when our mom and dad would come near our room, we would say something out loud in Spanish so it looked like we were practicing our enunciation. Mom and Dad, this is also something new, so surprise! Yeah. Yuvika is one in a million. I know that anybody can say that in an event or in a poem for a special day, but I truly mean it. My sister competed in reflections and got an award for honorable mention for her photography. She got an award from the mayor of Artesia because of her dedication to charities and photography. Her NJROTC competition literally took her all the way to Pensacola, Florida for nationals. Yuvika truly is a unique artistic person. Without Yuvika, I would never have someone to hug in the night, someone to know what I go through every grade, someone to binge watch Riverdale and PLL with, someone to sing with, someone to be used for a personal mannequin for hair and makeup with. Whenever she helps me with schoolwork, someone to bicker with, someone to practice my Spanish with, someone to have Kathak and Bharatanatyam dance showdowns in the living room with, someone to share my sob stories about my friends with, someone to keep constantly bugging about 7th grade, someone who plays with me when I feel left out, and someone who I can trust my life with. I love you, Yuvika. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your performance and the rest of your Bharatanatyam journey.
That was a long one. I know whoever knows Isha, they know she loves to, that how much she loves to talk and she can go on. So we had to, this was the cut version of the speech. It was even longer. I had to, she said, Mom, I have to say this, I have to say that. So, yeah. Okay. Now, next we have my husband. Really, I was telling him you need to speak to, and he was like, "Well, you are the talker, so at home, outside. So I don't know if that's true, but yeah. Today he gave me. I feel that he's the talker. So today he gave me the chance to talk, but he has saved something special. So I'm also eagerly waiting. He did not show it to anyone. But let's hear it for the birthday boy. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday. So let's hear it for Sanju.
Thank you. So do you believe her that I don't let her talk? I'm being overpowered by 3 women in my home. So today is my day. I think I can. Thank you. So, good evening, esteemed gathering of family and friends. Today is a very special and joyous occasion as we are all here to celebrate the dedication, discipline, hard work, and ambition towards achieving a magnificent goal. It is a privilege and honor to welcome you all to Yuvika's Arangetram. More than anything else, it's your love and goodwill, your prayers and your support, your friendship and guidance, which Yuvika will need significantly to carry her onward journey. Yuvika spent last 9 years to arrive to this day when she ascends the stage for her Bharatanatyam Arangetram. Today, we are celebrating Yuvika's coming of age, her becoming a full individual, her ascending into personhood, her achieving a standalone stature. Today is the anointment of her matured personality in the world. Anyone who knows Yuvika has seen her the scintillating qualities of commitment, ethicality, compassion, and hard work. Though born in this country, she has had an innate connection with her land of her ancestors. From her very childhood, this powerful connection with India is one of the most important factors carrying her to this celebration. Though Yuvika is the center of this presentation, but without the contribution of her dance guru, her parents, relatives, and friends, she would not have made it. Yuvika, I see today, is a matured lady ready to venture on into the world. But to me, she will always be my little baby girl, who I first laid eyes on about 14 and a half years back. Whenever I see her smile, it reminds me of how she would smile. Whenever someone tickled her, it still feels like yesterday when Yuvika would say, butterfly. She used to say butterfly is butterfly. Or when she would dance upon the table announcing that she wanted her sweet 16 to be in France. I have one more year to go for that. Yuvika was truly an imaginative girl who is ready to take on the world with new forms. She has been a spectacular addition to my life. Without her, who would tell me if my clothes were up to date? Since the past 18 months, Yuvika had dedicated her mind and soul to this art form. Whenever something was hard, she wouldn't give up. She practiced. I remember one day, she was crying. She came to me and she was scared to do her Arangetram. Well, Yuvika, looking at your performance today, I say that you have done it your full best. And I'm glad you have made our family's dream come true. Your journey not only taught you about dance, but it taught you about the hardships of life and discipline. Now I know that Yuvi is ready to do her own dance, and this is just the beginning. Picture abhi baki hai mere dost. Today I also want to say something which is not on the paper here. This is something directly from my heart. I want to thank someone who has been part of my life for the last 19 years, helping me, guiding me, and she has given me two beautiful kids. One of them is performing the stage, and I cannot thank her enough. I think today is the right time to thank her in front of all the people here who know her well. She, a lot of friends, family, they know how she is, and everything what you see outside the theater, the decorations, it's all her vision, which has been brought true by her loyal friends, I would say. So I want to thank her for everything, what she has given to me till now, and I appreciate her every day, and I have something for her. I think I want to present her in front of you. That's my wife, Monica. Thank you.
I see that was a really big surprise for me. It's turning into not the Arangetram, something else, but I want to stay focused. Please focus here. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I have to hold my tears. First it was for Yuvika, now it's for Sanju, so, you know, lot of mixed emotions, but yeah, thanks a lot, and I love you. And I know, because I always complain, I think he thought this is the right to say in front of the world. so that I stop complaining. But that's not going to happen. I still have the right to complain, and I'll continue that. I'll keep, that's my job, right? That's our job. All the ladies out there, right? Yeah. So anyhow, so moving on, I know we have to move on and stay focused. So it's truly been said that the best and the most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. And that's how our hearts have been touched today with Yuvi's performance and all the love she has got from you all. And I truly mean it. On this special occasion, first of all, I would like to thank God for making this a memorable one. What other better day to have had this performance? It's Sanju's birthday. A happy birthday, sweetheart. Wherever he is. Okay. But I got the gift. And actually, this Arangetram is the biggest gift we could have ever given him. Yeah, that's why no material gift. So Arangetram is his gift. And I'm sure he's enjoying it thoroughly. Biggest thanks to you first, Sanju, for supporting Yuvi to live her dream. You truly are the best dad role model for her. Yuvi's journey would not have been complete without the help and support of family and friends, and we are all so blessed to be surrounded by all of you. I would like to start by thanking Yuvika's grandparents who have always been encouraging to her and all of us. Without their support, we couldn't have done it. First of all, I would like to thank the Sanju's parents who came all the way from Boston to help us with the preparations. They made changes to their plans to be with us early enough and guide us and help us with different things like cooking at home and helping with decorations and making sure everybody is calm and moving on. Secondly, I would like to thank my parents who have always been a pillar of support for me and for my entire family. Our parents have taught us everyday values of life and how to stay strong and cultivate best in our kids. Yuvi's achievements wouldn't have been complete without her grandpa, my dad, who has lovingly chauffeured her back and forth. His help has been really, truly, acknowledged for his decorations, his advices, and running around for putting the things together. Behind the scenes, Grandma always used to make sure that Yuvi is fed well and healthy and goes to sleep on time, and her advices to Yuvika on how to practice regularly. She's the one who has been calming me down when I get anxiety and panic attacks. Thanks, Mom and Dad. I love you, and I love you too. Next, Isha, her younger sister, plays a major role in making this event and Yuvi's journey a memorable one. She has been always up with great ideas for her dances. She would sit like a teacher and have her run through the pieces and give her own critique on how Aramandi should be, how Abhinaya should be, as if she knew everything. For those of you who know Isha, you know what drama queen she is. But all those criticisms helped Yuvi in perfecting her steps. Isha has been so thoughtful of her sister and would always give her hot oil massages on her feet, and we all would take undue advantage of that, especially me. But Isha never said no to anyone when it comes to massages. So a big thank you to the little sister for all her love and devotion towards her sister. There has been a lot going behind the scenes, many spot boys, cameramen, dressmen, and not all get acknowledged always. But I want to thank everyone who came together to make this show a success. We can't have done it without you, starting with my cousin in India, Apeksha and Suraj, and their aunt who took out time and came all the way to Chennai with me and helped me with shopping for jewelry and dresses for Yuvika. Without their choices, you wouldn't have looked so beautiful today. Biggest thanks to our cousin Ritu Didi who took out time from her busy schedule and helped design beautiful program brochures and photo albums. My cousin Anamika, who is a newlywed and left her husband in Philadelphia and came a month early to help me with the preparation, needs a big heart to do that. My baby sister, I love you, and thanks for putting heart into the show. Bhavna, my sister-in-law by relation, but she is my sister in real life, who also came from Boston early enough and took over the cooking at home so that all guests at home are happy and well-fed. She kept the show running at home while I was running around to get everything together. She is always there behind our backs. Thanks a lot, Bhavna. Thanks to my brother Sandeep and his family for all his support always. He would always calm me down over the phone. And also thanks to my brother-in-law, and we are really missing him as well. He was not able to join us, but his wife is representing him. So thanks a lot, Deepa. We really appreciate that. Pulling together such a big event would not have been possible without the support and help and the love of our friends who came together selflessly and have been there for us right from the beginning and help us plan out the whole minutest details of the event. Our heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you from the bottom of our hearts. You selflessly took out time and helped make this event a big success. It wouldn't have been fair to miss out anyone, hence we would like to thank each and every one of you when we meet you outside. Special thanks to my creative crew who put together all the decorations. This bunch of friends are so dear to me that I can rely on them with my eyes closed. I know I'm going to have another set of anxiety attacks afterwards, as I will be in withdrawal symptoms. And I will miss working with this awesome bunch of passionate girls. They have been my backbone at all the times. They were always a phone call away for any help I needed. Let's hear it for my besties, Manju, Shaku, Deepika, Lakshmi, Seema, Archana, Sasha, Preet, Vani, Anna, Jyoti, and Chandra. And I don't want to miss out anyone, so please, please, thanks a lot. You have been there, and there's a lot of work that goes behind for putting this show together. So I really appreciate everybody's help. And a big thanks to everyone who came from near and far. We have our family visiting from Texas, Chicago, Boston, Michigan, New Jersey, and Bay Area. And out of country from India, my aunt and uncle came all the way from India, and my friend came from India. So thanks a lot for coming and blessing Yuvika. A big round of applause for all of them. Yuvika is really blessed. A big thanks to the 2018 Arangetram families who stood together as a pillar of support for each other and helped plan with logistics and other details. Congratulations to Anya, Kyra, and Amrita, whose Arangetrams were mind-blowing. And I wish Sandhya and Manu good luck for theirs, and I know they will rock the stage. Good luck, girls. This evening wouldn't have been so astonishing. First of all, I would also like to mention Padmaja, who was always a band-aid to the whole group. So anything anybody misses, I know Padmaja is there. I know I can call her now also, but thanks a lot, Padmaja. This evening wouldn't have been so astonishing without the melodious music by our musicians who are also visiting from India. It was their beautiful music that set the stage for this lovely evening and brought it to life. The melodious voice of Shrikant sir was truly mesmerizing. It has been great working with him for the past week, and it's commendable how he has been singing for UV's pieces, even under excruciating back pain. His determination to learn difficult Kashmiri song is greatly appreciated. Shrikant sir, we would like to invite you on stage, and please accept a token of appreciation from us. Next, we have Hari Babu sir, who was on Mridangam. His vibrant beats added to the beautiful music. His jovial nature always made the rehearsals seem so lively. Can we hear it for Hari Babu sir? Then we have Mohan sir on the flute, whose enchanting notes were so uplifting and added charm to the music. Our own Can we have Mohan Babu sir? Our own local violinist, Priyam Vada, she's a big inspiration for our young generations who learn music from her. Can we hear it for Priyam Vada? We would like to thank Amrita Khushu for mentoring Yuvika for the past year and fine-tuning her pieces and bringing them to perfection. She is not present here today, but we would like to thank her for all the efforts she has put into help Yuvika. She went into the minutest details in perfecting her steps. We are really missing you, Amrita. Thank you for helping Yuvika for the past 1 year. Harish Uncle for helping with lighting, design, and audio. He has been there to support and guide all the 2018 Arangetri families throughout this journey. Thanks a lot, Harish Uncle, for always listening to us and answering my questions with patience, even though we were always impatient. You know it was our first time, so you'll forgive us. Thank you. I think Harish Uncle is backstage, yeah. We would like to thank Winnie, who helped with Yuvika's makeup today and on the photo shoot day, and made her look so beautiful. Winnie has also helped coach Yuvika in perfecting her pieces and always been there for any questions we had. She's a sweetheart. Please, Winnie, can we have you on stage? Also, Nidhi has been there backstage, who has been helping Yuvika keep her calm and feed her that, so she has enough carbs to keep moving. Nidhi, can you please come on stage? Thanks a lot. John, our photographer, is really a family now, as Padmada truly said at Amrita's Arangetram. You don't have to make an effort to smile when you pose for him. The smile automatically comes to you. He brings so much positive energy to the surroundings. We are so fortunate to have you, John. Thanks again. Click my picture now. Now, last but definitely not the least, without whom this whole show would not have been possible, Ramya Auntie. There is so much to learn from her. She is a vast pool of knowledge and wisdom. She has been an inspiration not only for Yuvi but also for me. Sitting down and watching her choreograph Yuvi's pieces with such intrinsic details makes us realize how much effort she puts into her students to make sure she brings out the best in them and pulls the performance to perfection. She made sure Yuvi perfects each of her pieces. Ramya Auntie is a perfectionist in every way of life. I will always remember her saying, you can attempt to appear for your SATs couple of times, but you get to do your Arangetram only once in your lifetime. So make sure it is a perfect in the first attempt. Thanks, Ramya Auntie, for teaching that to Yuvi. It really helped. Let's hear it for Ramya Harishankar. She's an amazing person and an amazing dancer. Ramya Auntie, okay. Sorry. Thanks for giving Yuvika this great opportunity and guiding her through all these years and bringing this dream to a reality for Yuvika to perform her Arangetram today. It is only because of you that this day has been possible. Thanks a lot, Ramya Auntie, for your dedication and all the efforts you have put in and in believing in Yuvika. Thank you.
So I will keep it very brief. I'm sure you're ready to see her dance and more importantly, dinner. I just wanted to, first of all, thank Monica and Sanju for all their kind words. And happy birthday. And congratulations for scoring a good point and being a good role model for all the men here. How about giving their wives gifts on your birthday? That's, of course, it's special and irreplaceable. When we start the process of Arangetram, when Monica said about being perfectionist, actually, I think it is so important that I have learned from my ancestors and my parents and my grandparents and my gurus the importance of integrity. In whatever you do, keep the integrity and honesty. And that's what I keep telling the children, the girls, that when you dance, it has to come from the right place with authenticity. It's not about being the best. You know, it's hard. What is best? It's in art, it's very subjective. But if you come from the right place and with authenticity and sincerity and integrity, it'll always be the best. And it'll always touch people. So talking about Yuvika, you know, when with every child, it's like I'm standing at the bottom of Mount Everest and I don't know if I'm going to make it. Because you never know, every child is different, their work ethic is different, their talent level is different, and everything is different, their psychology. So one thing which I never saw in all those years that she worked with me, and that I was happy to see when we started this journey, is that she had, I don't know why she hid it from me, but she had clean lines, and there was a certain sincerity that I was just talking about, and a certain centeredness, which you probably saw today in her performance, which was really a big plus for her and for me as well in the process. Coming from a region so far removed from where Bharatanatyam is, though today Bharatanatyam is truly a global form, not from any one part of India, yet it is such a challenge to learn so many parts of the form, not just the dances, but the being familiar with the language, being familiar with the music, to understand the nuances, and it's really a lot of, it's a huge tapestry, and I'm glad Yuvika had some of the traits necessary to be able to overcome and do her best tonight. So I'm very proud of her, and it has been a pleasant work schedule for the last year with her, getting her to this point. So, and talking about integrity, I want to also very quickly mention my musicians who every time bring their best to the stage for every child. And a versatile dance form like Bharatanatyam needs a versatile musical ensemble, and they're sports and they're ready to take on, whether it's a Punjabi song or it's a Kashmiri song. We've done everything, Gujarati, Marathi, Bengali, you name it, we've done it. So, and they're always willing to step up and, you know, give it a shot. So thank you all for being such good sports and really moving all of us with your music as a dancer. And so I'm going to ask Yuvika to come on stage, and as a token of our affection and best wishes to her as she continues on this journey. As some of them said, it is a journey, it's not the end. It will go on forever. So Yuvika. I also want to acknowledge Sanju for doing the research for the next piece. So I'm going to have to read it a little bit, and I did edit it somewhat. So the next composition that Yuvika will present is in Kashmiri and is a bhajan dedicated to goddess Jagadamba Sharika Devi. Even though Yuvika was born in the US, her roots belong to the Kashmiri heritage. The valley of Kashmir is known as Devabhumi, or the abode of the gods, situated in the lap of the Himalayan mountains. The seat of Sharika Devi, the cosmic mother, am I saying it right, Sharika? Is one such divine center, and hence in Sanskrit is called Vas Bhumi of Trikoti Devas of the Hindu pantheon. The devout have always found great spiritual solace and bliss here. Kashmir is settled at the lotus feet of Jagadamba, situated on the western hill of Hari Parbat, sacred because of the presence of the Sharika temple. In this composition, the poet addresses her and says, I have come to you, to your feet, after looking everywhere. Will you not rid me of my sorrows? I place as a crown the flowers of my heart, and am even embarrassed to ask you for favors. You who are indescribable, please grant me knowledge, moksha or salvation. I offer you prayers.
पाद कमलन तलब हासे करनि छनीय अस्तुति पाद कमलन तलब हासे करनि छनीय अस्तुति मोक्ष दिम बोड़वरम्य दिम है भर्ग शाखा भगवती पाद कमलन तलब आयसे घरन छनीय अस्तुति गोम्यतरं खूंजरी चुसत कुंजरी करा भास प्रत्यक्ष मन कास खरी अस छिपा पव वलिमती पाद कमलन तलब आयसे घरनी चनीय अस्तुति छानी आशे यो तब आसे नावो मेर नेर्यु न जान याम्यवर दिम मोक्ष दामो नत छुसे प्राराण्यति पाद कमलन तलब आसे करनि छनीय अस्तुति लोल बागस पोष फली मेरी बाने सर शेरी लागई भाव कोसम शोल बनी कार्यपति पाद कमलन तलब आसे करनि छनीय अस्तुति क्या वन वैस्मंद क्षेम्योत चंद छनी सोदा करा कर दया ओइन उच्छमतथ कुम शर्मि सते गलीमती पाद कमलन तलब आसे धरनी छनिय असतुकी क्षण गुण व्यस्तारनुक ताकतनी कुस खसबनी चुच्य जय जय श्याम सुंदरी झाम शुभान छिछति पाद कमलन तलब आसई धरनी छनिय हसतुकी ज्ञान दाता मोक्ष दाता छठ जगत माता ही भवानी करम्यवणी स्यदुमोखस्तिम सरस्वती पाद कमलन तलब आसे करनी छनिय हसतुकी पजी मनवुस मुख्य छनी करी निष्कल रात ध्यन क्या छु संशय तसंदिवापत मोक्षदाम्य की वरवथी पाद कमलन तलब आसे धरनी छनिय हसतुकी Vil zari vos vishanes ros santusht sarvada chuischas roshan chus batoshan क्षम्य वक्षुम यद जगति पाद कमलन तलब आसे धरनी छनिय हसतुकी मोक्ष दिम बोड़वरम्य दिम है भरग शाखा भगवती पाद कमलन तलब आसे करनी छनिय हसतुकी पाद कमलन तलब आसे ताम 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 उदनितोम तननं ताम 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 उदनितोम तननं தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் அதுருதி தும் தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் ததரதி நதுதும் தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் ததரதி நதுதும் தனன தாம் 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 தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் ததரதி நதுதும் தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் ததரதி நதுதும் தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் ததரதி நதுதும் தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் ததரதி நதுதும் தனன தாம் தாம் உதனி தோம் தனனம் ததரதி நதுதும் தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் ததரதி நதுதும் தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் ததரதி நதுதும் தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் ததரதி நதுதும் தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் ததரதி நதுதும் தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் ததரதி நதுதும் தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் நதுதும் தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் ததரதி நதுதும் தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் ததரதி நதுதும் தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் ததரதி நதுதும் தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் ததரதி நதுதும் தனன தாம் தாம் தனனம் தரரதி நதுருத்து தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் தரரதி நதுருத்து தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் தரரதி நதுருத்து தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் தரரதி நதுருத்து தனன தாம் தாம் உதனி தோம் தனனம் தரரதி நதுருத்து தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் தரரதி நதுருத்து தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் தரரதி நதுருத்து தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் தரரதி நதுருத்து தனன நதுருத்து துதானி திந்தி தனன ருதுருத்து தானி தானி தில்லன நதுருத்து துதானி திந்தி தனன ருதுருத்து தானி தானி தில்லன நதுருத்து துதானி திந்தி தனன ருதுருத்து தானி தானி தில்லன தஜம் ஹரிகிடதகதி ஹரி சமி வதனி தஜம் தகிடு மகம வாரி ஹரிகிடதோ தாம் தாம் உதனி தோம் தனனம் தரரதி நதுருத்து தனன సామీటు జాలము సేయత గుణ నా మీద కృప చూడ సమయము కామిల్చియున్న నన్ను వేగమే చూడరా వెంకటేశ సామీటు జాలము సేయత గుణ నా మీద కృప చూడ సమయం కామిల్చియున్న నన్ను వేగమే చూడరా శ్రీ వెంకటేశ నదురుతం కృతమి దీని తనన రుదురు కాని కాని దిల్లన నదురుతం కృతమి దీని తనన రుదురు కాని కాని దిల్లన తజ్జం హరిగిడతగధి కరి సని వదని తజం తకిటో మగమ వగరి హరిగిడతో తాం 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 ఉదని తోం తననం தரரதி நதுருத்து தனன தாம் 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 உதனி தோம் தனனம் தரரதி நதுருத்து தனன தாம் தரரதி நதுருத்து தனன தாம் தரரதி நதுருத்து தனன పవమాన సుతుడు పటు పాదారవిందములకు నీ నామ రూపములకు నిత్య జయ మంగళం ప్రహ్లాద నారదాది భక్తులు పొగడు చూడే నీ నామ రూపములకు నిత్య జయ మంగళం రాజీవనయన త్యాగరాజాని వినూతమైన నామ రూపములకు నిత్య జయ మంగళం నీ నామ రూపములకు నిత్య జయ మంగళం 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 మంగళం
Namaskar and good evening, everyone. I would like to thank all of you for taking out the time and coming from near and far to bless me on this auspicious occasion. Today is such a special day for me, and it means so much to me that each and every one of you were able to be a part of my big day. I'll try to keep this short so you can all get to dinner because we all know that's the most important part of the night. First of all, I would like to give a big thank you to all my friends who came here today to support me. I would also like to thank my cousins, aunts, and uncles for coming from Dallas, Boston, Michigan, and India just to be here with me, especially today. Thanks, Yashna, for being my hype man and always making me laugh during my rehearsals and always being there for me. Thank you, Shinimasi, for coming early and helping out, whether it be with decorations or applying face masks with me. Thank you to Rinkubua for helping me get ready this morning and taking special care of me and giving me massages. Thank you, Gurinani and Vimoji, who came all the way from India to be here with me. Next, I would like to give a big thanks to my sister Isha. Although she can be very annoying and loud at times, she never fails to put me in a good mood and give me massages, which I had to beg for. I still remember every time I would practice, Isha would come in and sit down to watch me do my pieces, and she would have two signs. One sign that said, Good Abhinaya, while the other sign said, Try harder and sit in Aramundi. Of course, the Try harder and sit Aramundi sign was always the sign that she held up. Regardless, without her chaperoning my practices and always making me smile, I would not have been able to perform the way I did today. I would like to thank my grandparents for being with me every step of the way. Without them and their blessings, I wouldn't be here today. Thank you to my Nani, who has always constantly been keeping tabs on me to make sure I am properly fed and well rested. Thank you to my Nanu, who always takes me everywhere and always supports me. Thank you to my Dadi and Dadu, who came from Boston and for being here with me. I really appreciate all the time and effort that you put in. Not only is today my Arangetram, but it is also my dad's birthday. So first of all, happy birthday, Daddy, and thank you so much for everything you have done for me. My dad has always been there for me. I especially loved when I was dancing during rehearsals or practicing at home, and my dad would pull me aside during my breaks and demonstrate what his version of Abhinaya was. And it always truly made me laugh. I want to also give a huge thank you to my mom. Mama, you have always been there for me. Driving me to classes all the way in Irvine for the past 9 years is not easy. In order for this big day to happen, you went to so many places and did so many things in order to make sure everything was perfect. You even went to Chennai to get all my costumes just so that it was my preference. You stayed up late at nights organizing everything for the decorations and making sure I was okay. I would not be here today if it were not for my mom and dad. I would also like to thank all my mom's friends, or all the aunties in the house, for being the amazing decorating team and making everything so much more beautiful and supporting me. This day would definitely not have been possible without all your help. Next, I would like to thank the amazing musicians. Shrikant uncle, your melodious voice always makes me so happy and puts a smile on my face. Mohan Raj uncle, your harmonious flute always puts me in a trance. Hari Babu uncle, your rhythmic beats never fail to amaze me. Although I didn't understand any of the jokes you made because they were all in Tamil, I still enjoyed standing there laughing like a dork, not knowing what was happening. Thank you, Priya Didi, for your beautiful violin accompaniment. The pieces would not have been the same without it. Thank you to Harish uncle for helping out with the lights and sounds and enhancing the ambiance of my performance. Thank you, Vinyaka and Nidyaka, for helping me backstage and keeping me calm and making me look beautiful tonight. I would also like to thank Amrita Didi, who could not be here today, but has been guiding me and helping me perfect my pieces throughout the past year or so. A big shout out to my 2018 Arangetries. I'm so glad that we went through this journey together. I will never forget our boba trips after the deconstructs and our continuous ranting about school, drama, dance, and more. To all my local friends from LA, thank you all for coming out tonight and being here to support and bless me. Last but definitely not least, I would like to thank my guru, Ramyanti. You always believed in me and helped me not only in dance, but also in keeping me disciplined and connected. I will never forget you telling me, "Oh, look, the stage has finally arrived," every time I walked into class with my hair in a bun. Thank you so much, Ramyanti, for being there for me since I started my dance journey in first grade, and I cannot wait to continue my journey in ADC. My Bharatanatyam journey has been such a big part of my life because not only have I developed a deep passion for it, but I've also enjoyed learning more about my Indian culture and all the gods and goddesses. Wayne Dyer, a great philosopher, said that when you dance, your purpose is not to get to a certain place on the floor, but it is to enjoy each step along the way. And I can truly say that dancing here today has made me proud of what I have accomplished over the past 9 years. I don't want to keep you guys from dinner, so once again, I would like to thank everyone for coming out today and supporting me and blessing me, and I can't wait to greet and thank everyone outside personally. Thank you.